Welcome to our CSIT final project. For our team leader we have Yusuf Dalib, and for our team members we have Abdelhadi Zabin, Ahmed Abdel Hakam, Lin Kellaji and Hala Karmeli. Project idea. The idea behind our project is to create a chatbot capable of recommending majors and universities to the user based on the information gathered by the chatbot through a series of questions answered by the user. The project design. So using a website called TARS, a chatbot builder, we managed to create an intuitive chatbot that can help students choose the right major by recommending majors based on the answers the chatbot acquires from the user, and recommends a few universities that are well known for their excellency in that area. So as you can see here on the picture on the right, these are the gambits connected in series, creating many different outcomes and possibilities. If we zoom in on the right hand corner of the screen, we can see the gambit open. So as you can see, at first we can choose what the bot has to say to the user, and on the right you can see how long it takes between each message to be displayed. Finally, we created the options for the user to choose from. In this case it's medicine, engineering, computer science, law, other, or not sure. Alright, so this is our chatbot. First of all, the chatbot starts by asking the user for a few personal questions. First of all, it starts by asking the user for his full name. In this case, the user didn't enter his full name, so the chatbot re-asked the questions, asking the user to enter his full name. Moving on, the chatbot asks the user for his email address. Same thing here. If the user doesn't enter a valid email address, the chatbot re-asks the question, asking the user to enter a valid email address. Moving on, the chatbot asks the user for which city he stays in. After that, the chatbot asks the user for his highest level of education so far. After that, the chatbot asks for the user's average score. Over here, the chatbot asks for which area the user is most interested in. In this case, it's computer science. So in this case, for this example we're using, the user already knows what major he wants to study in. In this case, we're going to be choosing data science. After that, the chatbot asks for any proficiency test done by the user. In this case, it's IELTS, and then asks for the user's score. Over here, the chatbot asks the user what country he would like to study in. In this case, we choose UK. So then the user chooses which intake he would like to study in. After the chatbot asks for the intake the user wants to join out, the chatbot suggests a few universities for the user to choose from. Out of the list, we're going to be choosing the University of Liverpool. As you can see, the chatbot redirects you to the website. But if you come back to the chatbot and have any other inquiry, you can choose from a list of suggested options, which are suggested courses, top 100 universities, or to get in touch with our team. So since we chose suggested courses and we chose data science as our major, we can choose data science as one of the courses. It then suggests a data science course which you can join.
Okay, so for the previous example, we were assuming the user knew what major he wanted to study. But for the second example, we are assuming that the user doesn't know what he wants to major in. Therefore, he could be using the chatbot for help. So here, the chatbot starts by asking the user about his name. And then it asks for the email address. And then the chatbot asks which city do they stay in. So as the previous example, the chatbot still asks what was the highest level of education. And here we're going to put the average score as 80 to 90%. Now when the chatbot asks the user for the area they're interested in, we're assuming we aren't sure as the user doesn't know what they want to study yet. As we said, the user will choose no as they don't know yet. Now we'll be choosing yes as we need the chatbot's help in choosing a major. After that, we will be choosing the subject we find the most interesting. In this case, it's biology. Once choosing a subject, the chatbot then should suggest the major for the user to choose from, and then suggest universities that specialize in that area.
Now moving on to possible improvements in the future. Even though we have worked hard on trying to think of different questions we can ask the user to reach an answer on which major is right, we believe there are many more questions that could have been added to make the suggestions more accurate. Moreover, a big improvement would be making this chatbot artificially intelligent, where it can use natural language processing in order to understand the user's questions, instead of giving specific options to choose from.
Thank you for your time.